Here I'd like to give you a little tour of the main screen of the program, something I don't think I've done before. This is what it looks like when it starts, when the program starts up. First step is always to make sure you set it up with the correct COM port. If you press the setup button, it lists COM ports 1 through 9, which is what the program can handle right now. You should note when you install your USB to RS-232 adapter the COM port that it attaches to, or if you're on a hardwired port, you should note if it's COM 1 or COM 2 once you pick the correct serial port. You can press hide. The connect button then connects up with the TIU, initializes the RS-232 connection. No error messages means that it worked. Once you do connect up, some of the buttons on the screen which were previously grayed now show up. First, a few that you've seen in my previous videos, the startup button starts up the engine that you've selected. The shutdown button will shut down the engine that you've selected. The accessories switches button will bring up the AIU window to control the AIU that you've selected. The stop all button stops all moving engines. What it does is it looks through the list of engines, looks at the ones that are actually moving, sends them a stop command. Emergency stop takes that, of course, one step further, similar to the emergency button on your handheld. It sends an emergency stop signal to the TIU, which causes the TIU to power down. The read button, you saw in one of my very first videos, it goes out and looks on your layout and reads up all of the powered on engines on your layout. Disconnect is when you're done. Disconnect disconnects from the serial port. The advantage of this is that you can actually disconnect from the serial port anytime you'd like, and then you can use the handheld remote wirelessly. When you want to go back to program control, you can press the connect button, which just connects you back up to the TIU. You select the engine by either double clicking on the engine list, or you can use the little up-down buttons to pick a different engine number. The remote number, I always set to 15. It makes the assumption that you don't have 15 remotes. If you happen to be using remote 15 for a wireless remote, you should then change this to unused remote number. TIU, of course, is selected. It's the TIU you're wired to, but you must have the correct TIU number in this window. Once you've disconnected, press the disconnect button. You press the exit button. All your settings are saved, so when you come back to the program, it's going to restore it on the screen here just the way you left it off.